I had a brother named Charlie. He was kind of a character. Charlie read somewhere that something about capturing lightning in a bottle. Well, we tried to explain to him that, Charlie, what that means is when something is nearly impossible, folks say it's like catching lightning in a bottle. Well, he would hear none of it. Next time a storm came up, he'd grab him up a mason jar and a lid, and he'd run out in the field, and he'd be running back and forth trying to catch lightning in a jar. And you know, he did a couple times. Oh, yeah, 3 or 4 times he actually caught lightning in the jar. He'd slap a lid on it and run it back to the house. And I was back there for a visit a year or 2 ago, and they still had 2 of those bottles sitting on the mantle above the fireplace. And it's kind of neat. You take it in your hand and you can see the lightning flashing back and forth and so forth. But mostly Charlie got struck by lightning. Oh, it happened so often. Now my dad, who was a smart man, but very cheap, he got the idea of slapping a couple of electrodes onto Charlie's body and then wiring him up to a batch of storage batteries. Then every time Charlie gets struck by lightning, well, we'd have enough electricity to heat the house and the barn for 8, 9 months. Charlie grew up and he moved away, and he took a job with the railroad, and for years he traveled back and forth across the country. He told me at one time he thought he had been through every small town in the country. And you know, at his retirement dinner, the president of the railroad showed up to give him his gold watch. And he said for the world to hear that as far as that railroad was concerned, Charlie was an exceptional conductor. Well, we weren't surprised. Most of his life, Charlie had been an exceptional conductor. But the sad thing was, when he retired, he had to give up his hobby. See, he had a knee replacement, and the doctor felt that if he ever got struck by lightning again, well, that metal might all fuse up and he wouldn't be able to walk right. So Charlie had to get a new hobby, and we started collecting dirty pictures. Yeah, he went all over the country collecting dirty pictures. Folks said he had the largest collection of dirty pictures in the world. Oh, wait, not pornography. No, just dirty pictures. Like if you were cleaning out your attic or your basement and you had a bunch of dirty pictures, why, Charlie would get them and clean them up, restore them if necessary, and then he'd file them away in a shoebox. Well, he filled up his basement and his garage, and he added 2 more rooms onto his house just for these shoe boxes full of pictures. If you went to Charlie and said, Charlie, I'd like a picture of Pickett's raid at the Battle of Gettysburg, he'd rub his chin for a couple minutes and say, would you like one taken from the north or the south? And would you like a picture of just Pickett or the panoramic shot of the whole charge? Would you like just the artillery or the cavalry or the infantry? And would you like a picture taken in the morning or mid-afternoon? I mean, that's a pretty complete set of pictures. He even has pictures of all of Elizabeth Taylor's husbands. In fact, he has all but 10 or 12 of the Marian Hungarian's husbands. But that's a story for another time. So, yeah, Charlie's got a lot of help now. He has his wife Electra to help him, and his 2 boys, Bolt and Rumble. They live up in Thunder Bay. Old Charlie was never one to be too far from the action. And that's a true story. Well, almost.